You had to come back to the So Yeah podcast, baby.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
This is one of the best fucking podcasts out. If you ain't fucking tuned in, you gotta get tapped in.
Thank you,
this
bro.
man has some of the realest conversations you could have with people who are just like you, from different perspectives, looking at the same picture you're looking at. If you can imagine how New Yorkers would act if it was always warm,
Oh shit.
that's California.
They would act stupid though.
Bro, and that's what those motherfuckers do, bro.
I already knew Trump was gonna win.
I mean, anybody with sense knew.
Anybody with sense knew he was gonna win. And I only say that because
Are you happy you still won?
No, I'm glad that I was right. I'm glad that I was right because
nigga's ignorant. 90% of the shit of the internet now that's going on is misinformation, bro.
It's true.
Like it's advertisements. It's
A lot.
who has the most money to put it in shit to give narratives.
Right.
Everything now is fucking narratives.
Yep.
You know why? Because people don't fucking read. If people are killing your people, if people are fucking trespassing on you, if you could sit there and stand there in love and sit there and say, I still love you. That is the power of God. That is the power of what. It's such a powerful thing to be now. So like that's what people have to get to. It's like Marvin Gaye said it, bro. War is not the answer. You can't beat your oppressor by becoming them. You know what teaches you accountability? Pain.
Yup.
Pain. You gotta bow your head. One of the.
Nah, I gotta repeat that for that.
Yeah. Pain, bro. One of the the main things I learned, you have to bow your head and wash your crown, bro. A lot of people got groggy, fucked up crowns because they head and they nose up high all the time. And humility is when you bow your head, and when you bow your head, your crown gets washed.
Right.
I'm gonna tell the world now on the So Yeah podcast.
Let's do this.
Black people can get sunburned.
Of course.
Bro. Like, nah, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand.
People think you're excluded.
You don't understand. I went out there like, man, we from the motherland,
bro. Because
I'm from the motherland, bro.
I'm thinking, nah, I'm black, bro.
Motherfuckers is looking great, like motherfuckers from the motherland.
This shit can't touch me.
Fact. Loving the potential we have as human beings right now to be knowledgeable, to love, and to grow, and the fact that we don't use it because money. We let money tell us what we worth, what we can do. I love it. What we should do. Bro, like imagine if
that's
like, that's a perfect world, but it's just it's stupid shit like that that just doesn't make no
distract. So yeah.
I can't trust no switching roadie. I be on my grown thing. Keep on moving, time be skipping phone and going home. Say process, trust the progress. I be knowing where it's home. Man, free me, feel me, see me. I see.
So yeah, we got BEL-AIRE in the crib, yo. Hey, my homie Chris, you already know, but I'm more hyped about BEL-AIRE because I see this motherfucker all the time. Yo, bro, I don't even know how to begin this, bro. And yes, I have eggs. I fucking worked out late, so I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hungry. So look, bro, I want to start this off by saying, yo, I love you, bro.
I love you too.
Nah, I fucking love you, bro. I fucking love you, bro. Nah. That was a good timing. No.
Fuck up out of here.
I fucking love that.
I feel like I made a mistake asking this nigga to come on this shit.
Nah, bro. Yo, you did the fucking good thing right there, bro. Yo, but honestly, and I was talking about it with Chris before you got here. I was like, yo, I met you in such a pivotal moment in my life. And, yo, you were constant inspiration from then until now.
I feel good to hear, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Honestly,
For real.
It validates a lot with me, bro. Like, honestly, like, I live for my people, bro. Like, honest, and it's good to meet you too, brother. Man. Like, honestly,
I already know.
I love when my family extend. I love when my people extend, when my range extends, and because we all about the same shit, bro. Like, we all about loving, doing what we can do while we here, and just expanding the brands that we come from, bro. Right. And honestly, like, meeting you as a 19-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid, and seeing the life in your eyes, and me being like a 24, 25-year-old, being alive and alert and just doing this shit, it's like, it's wonderful to have 10, years go by and look like, damn, like, we got some shit to look back on and be appreciative of, man. And I'm
very true.
Eternally grateful for the opportunity to meet somebody like you, to see your podcast grow before when it was a
bro.
concept, my man. Like, I see you when you was just a fucking shoe salesman and a photographer. This nigga was just selling shoes and, you know, taking pictures here and there. And we just talking and we building and we growing. We go out and we sit down and we have these long conversations about things we want to do, and to see it come to fruition, to see the fucking work, you know what I'm saying, being put in, like, in the fruits of that labor, and the lack of necessity for validation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing something good and I know I'm doing something good.
Right.
And that's going to keep me going. Nah, that shit beautiful, man. And I'm happy. Like, look, we had to come back to the So Yeah podcast, baby.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
This is one of the best fucking podcasts out. If you ain't fucking tuned in, you gotta get tapped in.
Thank you,
this
bro.
man has some of the realest conversations you could have with people who are just like you, from different perspectives, looking at the same picture you're looking at, man.
Thank you, bro. And thank you for acknowledging that, man. Like, this podcast has brought me so much joy, bro, and so much understanding. Seriously, like, throughout all the connections I've made, some people I don't even talk to, some people I do talk to. That's not the point. What I realized is sometimes we want certain things to a certain way, but then sometimes we forget to just enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes I reflect and I think about all these situations, and I'm just like, you know what? At the end of the day, I really am just appreciative of certain moments because I've learned and I valued them. And don't get me wrong, I've had certain moments that I'm tight, that I get filled with rage, and I'm trying to understand, like, what the fuck is going on, like, you know?
Yeah, the good, the bad.
Yeah, but it's the processing of it, and I feel like at the end of the day, appreciating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I'm coming to a point in my life where it is literally about appreciating hard work, grind, get to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. Every day, waking up and saying, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
God.
Thank you, God.
Amen, bro.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because without God, bro, I think about so many situations in my life. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
That was not me, though.
That was not it, bro. It was not it. I've been rescued from
You
a
know
few
what I'm
myself,
saying?
man. Like,
Yo, bro. And, yo, I'm so glad that you're meeting my homie Chris, bro. Chris, I knew him since back in high school. We already had several podcasts, so we already spoke about this shit many times. But, like, yo, man, I'm glad that you got to meet him, bro. Because, like, yo, this is a dope moment. And especially after, when we make music, this is going to be lit, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
telling you, man.
And honestly, more men need to see brotherhood, where it ain't no backdooring, it ain't no weird shit. Like, just get together, have a good time, talk some positive shit, and get on to what we got to get to. Because it needs to happen, bro.
Man.
Nah, I definitely agree. Because, like, me and him, we go through it every day. We go back and forth,
brothers.
As long as we conversate and have that middle ground, I already know that's a bro.
Honestly, like, respect it more.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm like, you're not a bro if you're not, like,
vulnerable.
Yeah. Like, what's going on here? Like, are you, like, just a yes man? Like,
you gotta keep it funky, man. You gotta keep it G, man. Like, that's always my thing, man. Love, communication, and respect. Whatever you got going on, you gotta communicate. You gotta do it lovingly and respectfully. Like, you could say anything. You say, I don't like you. Just say it with love, communication, and respect, man. Like, that's all that's missing. Like, everybody got some shit going on with them where they can't communicate, or they can't be respectful. They got to do it with some love, and some element is missing because they got to look out for themselves.
I'm still learning, bro.
It takes time, bro. I honestly,
because I feel like I'm there, but, like, I know I have an authority problem. So I'm like, I'm at work, and then a manager or a supervisor telling me what to do or some shit, and I'm already doing the job. It's like, don't middle manage me, like come on.
But the biggest part about it is, like, I'm a little older, so I've gotten to a point where I realize, like, it's lens zoomed out, bro.
Yeah. I'm learning that. I bite my tongue a lot now, bro.
It's not even biting your tongue.
I bite it, bro.
Picture it like this. It's a 60-foot wave coming at you. What the fuck you gonna do? You cannot overpower a wave, and even you can't embrace it. That shit gonna smack you in the face.
No, it's like accepting. I'm gonna accept it.
What you gotta do is, how you accept it is you surf, bro.
Surf?
You ride the wave. You can't control the wave, but you can ride the bitch. And once you wanna learn how to ride the wave, you do what you want on the wave.
That's fine.
So it's like, if a motherfucker is wanna run me because he wanna feel important, I'm gonna let you feel like you're important because I want a smooth shift on my job, and I just want my check to clear on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to feel important. What's my skin in the game? I don't want to feel important here.
Right.
Like, let's say I'm working at McDonald's. I wouldn't give a fuck what my manager is like trying to be like, oh, you doing like it's McDonald's. I just need my motherfucking check to clear on Friday.
It's a fact.
So it's learning that, and honestly, like you said, bro, it's a process, man. You always gonna keep learning. If you say I'm learning, that means you in the right pocket. You know what I'm saying? If you know everything, you content, and content is withering. You know what I'm saying? Like that's death.
No, it's definitely because like I it's like the knowing and then following through.
Right.
You know,
every time.
It's like it's a follow through because like I already know like let's not talk back, let's not go back and forth, let's not bicker.
Right.
So it's like all right, let me. Like I said, you don't like the word bite my tongue, but I bully myself. So it's like I gotta bite my tongue whether to shut the fuck up and let you talk, or bite my tongue whether to stop myself from making you look like a dumbass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna let you talk.
You guys ever like just like happen to be like just hangry? You know what I mean? Like, it's like fuck. Like I should have just ate a Snickers.
I get stupid when I'm hungry. Motherfuckers be talking to me when I'm hungry.
Bro, everything goes mute.
They be like, no, that shit sound like the Charlie Brown shit. My mom. Nigga, what? But
where's the fucking pizza?
To put you on game though, it's not about what you have to do or what you don't do. You see the wave and you read the room and you adjust and you ride it. Every wave ain't gonna be the same.
I like the way you said that because the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, the fucking wave's gonna crash me.
Exactly. You talking
surf the wave, bro.
Exactly.
You know what's awesome? I literally was just talking about this on the other podcast. I was feeling like life is a lot like that. The question was, do you feel like people like, because you know how they say some people had TJ McGowan on. Shout out TJ McGowan. And we were having a conversation about God, and he was saying like, well, some Christians believe that if it's like all written already, and then some Christians believe like you have free will. And then I said, I really feel like it's the ocean, where certain things naturally happen and will always continue to happen, but there is life within that makes their own choices, but life continues to happen.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just a lot like that.
I'm caught in a confliction of like free will, right? If you're a train conductor but you're on a track, is that free will? Like the destination is determined, but you are determining the pace where it goes. But is that free will?
Not really.
You know what I mean? Because the ocean theory is everything is based off of principles of nature. So I understand that part of it. It's just one of those things that the ocean is its own thing. You know what I mean? It always changes and morphs to what the world needs. Ocean is sentient. Remember, I don't know about.
I'm glad you mentioned this. I'm glad you mentioned this because I thought this was very interesting. I had somebody on my podcast. The name is escaping me. Forgive me, bro. But we were having this conversation where he described the ocean as a reflection of how society is right now, and basically. He's saying, you know what's running the ocean right now?
What?
Jellyfish. Spineless consumers.
Yo, that's a good breakdown.
I wouldn't.
Ain't that some shit?
I wouldn't go into the ocean feeling that way because the ocean is boy, that shit is unforgiving.
But you won't see them coming because they're so like translucent.
Spineless. I think
I'm thinking it like really deep now.
Right?
You won't see them in the water.
Right? I hear what you're saying, but I
feel like I should shout them out.
Oh,
but no. But continue.
I think it's the ocean is a reflection in life in the way that there's everything in it. See, we often look at like certain parts.
Shout out Athan.
Sorry.
Shout out Athan.
Shout out my boy.
Shout out Athan. So yeah, 107.
Yo,
I gotta get it out.
Check
out. Yo, not have to. Nah, that shit was fire though. Like
shit. But what I've gotten to the point where I realize is we've come here for experience. Life is everything. If you look at the yin and yang symbol, there is a good side and there is a bad side. There is good in the bad. There is bad in the good.
Right.
And you get to a point where you look at things objectively. You start to see life from the whole perspective of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as the ocean goes, there's good things in the ocean. There's bad things in the ocean. The ocean commands respect.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean doesn't care if you are a child or if you are a 50 in shape-year-old man.
That's true.
You have to approach the ocean with respect. That's what I learned from surfing. I thought I could just get up off the couch and jump in the water, and the ocean is like, nah, bro. Like, I will kill you.
Real quick.
Like, I will kill you if you come out here bullshitting. And I think that's life. I think now with society, here, I'll let you smoke because I'm chatting. I think now with society, everybody's gotten to a place where they think things are supposed to go a certain way. Like, so let's give it the ocean for an example. Like, I thought that because I've been playing a little basketball in my life, you know what I mean? I know my way. I'm physical. I'm athletic.
Right.
I could just get in the ocean, and the ocean is like, no, I am what the fuck I am, which is a fucking force.
Right.
You have to come out here ready and correct.
Right.
You can't just fucking hop on a surfboard and jump in me. Like, I don't care how you feel. This is what I am.
That's a fact.
And that's what life is. That's what people are struggling with. They see the world from their perspective and how things are supposed to go rather than what is.
What is.
You know what I'm saying? And what is always going to be, it is what it is, bro. Regardless of how you feel about it, it is what it is. And that's what we're at in life right now with society. Like, people don't want to call things as they are. They want to say, everybody want to say the sky is red, the sky is yellow, the sky is orange, the sky, even if we call the sky blue, it is what it is.
Right.
Regardless if it's blue or not, it is what it is.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that statement, man. I'm sorry, we ran.
No. That's very valuable. I think that, like, people tend to want to control things when it's like, yo, it's not up to you. You know, you gotta accept certain things. What you can control, appreciate.
Every time.
I was gonna include what you were saying of how life, your perspective of life is. My understanding of life is like, you learn to teach and teach to learn. And then that knowledge is like, whatever you make that knowledge could be positive or negative. So I was like, all right, that makes understanding with the ocean, because there are good things, there are bad things, the yin, the yang. So it's like, I understand when I learn from somebody, and I also like to teach as well. So when you teach that person has that knowledge to teach the next person. But it's the understanding of, am I going to put it in a positive way or in a negative way with this knowledge? So I feel like, you know, the world is like a bunch of sharks, like a jellyfish you was talking about. So it's like, you wouldn't even know if you got the right knowledge or not, you know?
I think that it's a matter of how you respond through your intuition and also through what life is going to test you with.
Right.
Because there's going to be moments where you could be a shark, or there could be moments where you could be a motherfucking turtle.
Jellyfish.
Or an amoeba.
Yo, bro.
An amoeba. But it's some shit about life, man. I do want to transition to your experience and how's it been moving to California, bro? And how's it been being a New Yorker from the fucking Bronx, living out there, and just your experience, bro, overall? It's been over a year.
It's been a ride, bro. It's been 2 years, damn near. It's been a ride, bro. Culture shock. One of the things I can tell you, like, it's the upside down. Essentially, it's New York if the weather was always warm, bro. Like, if you can imagine how New Yorkers would act if it was always warm.
Oh, shit.
That's California.
They would act stupid, though.
Bro, and that's what those motherfuckers do, bro. 100%. That's, you ever played GTA? That shit is GTA for real. LA. Like, you can walk outside and probably see somebody walking down the street on fire one fucking day. Like, it is literally that. But one of the main things about it is it's a very community-based city. Like, there are so many cultures that I've gotten ingrained with. Pacific Islanders. I've gotten ingrained with Asian people. Shout out Darnie. That's my homie.
Shout out Darnie.
I've gotten ingrained with Mexican culture. You know what's going on over there. I don't know if that's, we can't talk about that.
What you mean? We talk about anything.
All right, bet. So,
yeah.
Honestly, and I will say, like, it's fucked up because, like, one of the first things I noticed when I got out there was how kind the Mexican people was to me when I got out there, how much they hustle,
hospitality,
how loving they are, how hospitable they are, and hard working they are. And it's just literally like, it's ridiculous what they going through right now as far as like being snatched up off the streets. And for the people that's out there saying shit like, oh, they should have did it legally. Like if somebody snatched up somebody you loved in your room, I would be afraid of the person I would be if somebody snatched up somebody I fucking love. Straight up. Like, so one thing I realized out there was the community, bro. Like I wouldn't have survived moving out there if it wasn't for people extending hands of love and gifts and just making sure that I'm straight, feeding me, giving me a place to stay if I need for the night, giving me a ride somewhere, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it was a grind. And LA, they laid back, bro. You know, they real laid back. And one of the things that helped me out there was I'm a New Yorker. You know, I get to it. You know what I mean? But what I had to learn out there, slow down. Calm the nervous system. People like, yo, why you going so hard?
Bro, imagine 3 extra hours of like.
That's nah.
Bro, I've been tired. Yo, I'm a morning person out here. I've been tired the entire time.
How much is it to go to Hawaii from there, bro?
It's expensive. Hawaii.
Still Hawaii? Fucking expensive.
Hawaii is expensive.
It's closer there.
Because it's
different. Still far as fuck,
it's a different dollar, and everything is imported.
It's a different dollar?
No, I don't think it's a different dollar actually. But everything is imported, so that just makes everything more expensive there, and it's expensive to go. It's expensive to be there, but
expensive to leave.
Yeah, it's expensive to leave, right? So I mean, you know,
that's what motherfuckers stay.
Yeah,
I'm too broke. I can't do
it. You fucked up. You fucked up.
Bro,
I fuck up. I'm in paradise.
That's what I'm saying. You fucked up.
I wouldn't live there. Exactly. That ain't no fuck up. That's a cash out. Honestly, bro. From living in New York and living in Cali and finally slowing down and getting my nervous system calm, like. My goal is to get enough money where I could find me some place like El Salvador, some island where I could get me a house on there. And I wake up every day, I live off the land and the people around and it's calm living. Because this shit ain't it, bro. Like, it's something going on here that it don't make sense no more.
You know Nando from El Salvador, right?
Oh, yeah. Big El Salvador.
Nah, but you know, it used to be crazy out there.
Yeah. They got a little new dictator guy.
No, but that's the shit. They brought a bunch of the prisoners out here.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that interesting, though, right? It's fucked up what they're doing, but then it's also like, how do you control that? You know what I'm saying? It's like...
I want to interject on this one. Because we talked about this on our first or second podcast. I already knew Trump was going to win.
I mean, anybody with sense knew he would.
Anybody with sense knew he was going to win. And I only say that because...
Are you happy he still won?
No, I'm glad that I was right. I'm glad that I was right because...
This nigga's ignorant.
I'm just glad that I was right. Because listen, I already told people. Everything happens for a reason, and everything comes full circle.
Oh, that's why you posted that shit. Everything comes to light.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, everything comes to light. Yeah, because look, I lost friends because of this. Because I was telling them, they're like, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter." No, I know statistics. Nobody wants a woman as president. They did it with what's her name? Hillary Clinton. They didn't want that. They gave us a black president. Cool. We was around the time like we had no choice. I couldn't vote, so we like, oh shit, we got a black president. Yeah, cool. But throughout the years, just like, what did you do for us in a way?
Well, there's a perspective where it's deeper than that.
No, it's.
But let's hear it out.
Listen, it gets deeper because when I explained it, I said, listen, he's gonna win, and then that's when everything starts to domino effect. So. If you watch movies, you watch shows, whatever the case may be.
Like the end.
In order to clear a slate, you must what? Burn everything down.
Yeah.
Well, you must burn everything down. Everything has to be burned down.
Why would they do that? Why would they burn everything down? What do they stand to gain from that? And who stands to gain from that?
Exactly.
Them.
You gotta look. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Shit too real to not specify.
Okay, all right. Let me break it down a little bit. Why are you charging me to go to the train, right? The MTA. And then if I do get caught going over the turnstile, I'm going to get a ticket.
Because I make money off that.
You make money off that. Now, what are you going to do with the homeless?
Nothing. I don't have to. I live in, Fort Lee, New Jersey. Homeless people don't bother me.
That's New Jersey, but I'm saying, like, for the people in New York, the ones that have to commute.
Right. That doesn't, them you're talking about, who I think you're talking about, that don't bother them.
No, I'm just saying, it doesn't bother them. But these are the little things. You're putting safety out. You're putting one of those bars up to prevent people jumping from.
To tie what I was trying to tell you earlier, it was deeper than that from the sense of, for the longest, people of color were always taught to vote Democrat, vote blue. Anytime we would get a voting ballot, anytime we saw a Democrat, we would just pencil that shit in.
Right.
Because we were always taught Democrats are going to look out for us. Yeah. Democrats are going to do what they say. Democrats make all of these promises. And that's what we did. The separation that happened was we started noticing Democrats wasn't really doing shit for people who were busting their ass and working hard. Like, if you down bad and you going through it and you need the public assistance, they will help you tooth and nail to just maintain. And people don't understand that that's a level of control. So they just be like, we need this. We so broke. We so broken.
Right.
We're so poor. And there's some people throughout all cultures of black and brown people who are trying to make it through, who are busting their ass, and we realizing like, damn, this shit is a lot harder than it has to be. But if I was just an ain't shit person who just wanted to hang at the bottom and hang at this price median, they would do everything for me. And those people were the middle line between left and right. And these people didn't understand that I didn't understand. I'll be honest. I didn't understand that this shit was going to happen with Trump. I knew he was going to win. And to be honest, I honestly wanted him to win at a certain standpoint from like, yo, look, I can't do the Democrat thing no more with them saying like, because I'm a black man. People are like, oh, DEI is fucked up. I'm like, DEI,
it's been
fucked up. Right. Because they would much rather hire somebody from the LGBTQ community who is of color than a regular man or a regular woman because it covers all of these boxes. It's a system that is designed for people who are hardworking and creative to fail. You have to abide by it. You have to sit there and you see it. Like most of these people who should say something won't say something about the things going on in the world because they have already sold they sold their rights to themselves. They sold their rights to themselves. And that's what the people fall to. It's just people out there like, that's why I'm like, I would just get a house on an island and just piece the fuck out because it's people that are like, yo, all the fuck I want to do is work hard, pay my fucking bills to a point where I can live a little bit and take care of my fucking family. Right. And nobody knows which sides to pick.
And have a good retirement and not be fucked. Yo, you know how many old people are fucked, bro. And like in painful situations, like mentally, physically, everything. And they have nobody. Yo, like it's so fucked up, bro. Yeah. Like and the reality is that it's always gonna be the ones who got it and the ones who don't. It's just the reality. People want to spin it whatever way they want, but look at our history as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's greedy people, and then there's people that just want to get by, and then there's people that want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then yo, bro, like it really is that. Like they want to enjoy their life and have something to inspire, to have love and to have community, have these things that could to bring enjoyment, right? But it's also like we're also caught up in the rat race. We're also caught up with the decisions of our own practices because of, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a spin-off of so much history, yo. Yeah. You know?
Because when you ask me like if I was happy if you won, I'm just like, no, I'm happy I was right. Yeah. Because like I taught it as a game. So like I thought it as a game. It's like everybody's so serious, like, oh, she's gonna win, da 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 da. I'm like, nah, he's gonna win. Because I like, it's like if you watch a game, you watch basketball, you watch football, you know this team. It's like this team is consistent.
But like I said, it's deeper than that. It's one of those things where
you just know.
Not even that.
No,
it's
bro,
just,
trust me.
Look,
Let
me put you on.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
It's people with sense who were gonna go vote. We're not voting for that. The thing is this: 90% of the shit of the internet now that's going on is misinformation, bro.
It's true.
Like it's advertisements. It's who has the most money to put it in shit to give narratives.
Right.
Everything now is fucking narratives. Yep. You know why? Because people don't fucking read. Mm-hmm. They don't read. They don't have comprehension skills to sit there and form their own thoughts about something. They read a caption and that's their opinion on it. If they agree on it or disagree.
Not even going to the article.
Yo,
bro. That's too many fucking words.
My dad be getting tight, yo. Cause I be saying shit like, oh, I heard. He's like, I don't give a fuck about what you heard.
like
where's your fact check?
I'm not doing that. You making me think for myself, bro. Like y'all gotta understand, right? Because I've learned this. You have to lower your expectations with people in this day and age because they don't think for themselves. It's too much fucking work. It's too stressful for them to sit down and be like, let me think about what the fuck this is. Let me read about this shit. Let me research. And then it's so emotional about shit that they don't fucking know about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of this shit. Like the thing is, we're just playing real life Monopoly, bro.
Sims.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Like you say you've been in Cali for like 2 years.
Yeah.
All right. What's one thing that changed drastically for you that you had to like adjust?
I met this guy, right? He's a consultant for billionaires. And he's a black dude. And I usually don't ask people for advice. And I asked him for advice. I was like, yo, like, because like when millionaires want to get into the parties with the billionaires, they call him to throw a party for them or some shit like that. Like that's how real he is. And
not even a promoter. He's just that.
He's just dude. Like, yo, he's a person that comes through and makes sure shit is right for
I like that.
Billionaires. He's a black man. I never been compelled to because I usually leave people to it regardless of like because their status. I know you don't bother them, but I'm like, I gotta ask this man for advice. Like, how do I get to this level?
Yeah.
And you know what? He looked me in my face and told me, bro.
What did he say?
He said 2 scoops of bullshit. He said everything you do it with 2 scoops of bullshit. And I was like, damn, like you gotta play the game. It's chess, not checkers, homie. Like it's like. You could be a real one. You could always approach a situation. Like I said, it's the wave. You could always run up on the wave like, yeah, I do things this way, and this is how I operate. Or you could play the game. And I was like, damn.
At a pause. I would have been at a pause.
No, the thing is, I always knew it. I just didn't want to believe that it was like that.
I was about to say something different. It's the same way he said, not the same way he said it, but it's like, you can't bullshit it, but it's like, you gotta bullshit sometimes. What is it? Fake it till you make it? It's that type of shit like that. But it's like, damn. So that's like something you learn.
Yeah, and honestly, just to watch, bro. Slow down. It's so you don't have to be emotionally invested in everything. Like you could literally sit back and watch the game and watch the field, and then that makes you intentional. Like you don't have to be involved in everything. You could literally sit there and go, oh, that's my moment right there. It's remember that Bruce Lee thing when he was like, what's your technique? To have no technique. And when I hit, it's going to do it by itself because that's the lane right there. And that's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't have to do the content wars and post every 5 seconds. I don't have to show myself every 5 seconds. I could do shit with meaning and intention, and it's going to have the impact it has because what we have to realize with all the shit we said in the beginning is the most powerful thing to be now in this world is a loving human being. Regardless of what's going on, if there's hate, if the people are killing your people, if people are fucking trespassing on you, if you could sit there and stand there in love and sit there and say, I still love you, that is the power of God. That is the power of what it's such a powerful thing to be now. So, like, that's what people have to get to. It's like when Marvin Gaye said it, bro, war is not the answer. You can't beat your oppressor by becoming them.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's what everybody fails to realize. Like, you literally have to have your weapon has to be peace. Your weapon has to be peace.
It's true. It's very true. And it kind of gets your enemy even more angry.
Because the world is full of narcissists, bro.
Bro.
They're just gaslighting you. They like if you stand in your peace and you say, I only move under God's voice, which is love. I only move with love. Without love, I am inactive, and that's what they want to do.
Right.
They want to take you out of that.
It's such an easy thing to do. They create all these narratives in both directions. All right, so let's get a little bit deeper in the weaves. So, like, do you feel that this shit is narrated on the behalf on two sides, or it's really just one side pretending it's two sides?
One side is pretending it's two sides. That's a great question. Divide and conquer, bro.
Right. It's such an easy
That's
thing.
what I'm showing you.
Right.
You don't know it's
the smoking mirror.
Yeah.
The common ground in every human being is the soul, bro. That's what people don't realize. All of us have a soul. We have something that we feel inside us and something that we have to do, and we limit ourselves with this capitalist construct, bro. Like, that's all it is. If there was no money, there was no fucking, object, we would just do the best of our abilities with what we have to do, and that's what niggas don't realize. It's literally just like, yo, what do you want to do without hurting people? How the
accountability.
Oh, no, accountability. Shit.
Yeah, that's, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's what I had to learn like last 2 years. These last 2 years is like accountability for me.
Right.
Because I feel like I go through these phases in life where I know I made mistakes in the past, and this is what I need to work on.
Right.
And you know what teaches you accountability? Pain.
Pain.
When you gotta bow your head. One of the.
Nah, I gotta be that for that.
Yeah. Pain, bro. One of the the main things I learned, you have to bow your head and wash your crown, bro. A lot of people got groggy, fucked up crowns because they head and they nose up high all the time. And humility is when you bow your head, and when you bow your head, your crown gets washed.
Right.
And that's what people don't realize. That's the importance of humility. When you bow your head, your crown gets washed and you're renewed.
That's crazy because some people mistake like being humble and being humbled. That doesn't make you a higher person. You know what I'm saying? It's what that person made you feel to be like, damn.
Well, you can't fake being humble, bro. That's
you can't, bro. You can. I can spot bullshit from a mile away,
everybody,
bro.
Right?
Not everybody.
Not everybody. You're right. Absolutely. Bro.
But I can spot bullshit from a mile away. But like for me and Axel, for example, me and him have this core. It's always playful banter, but like for me and him, it's like, oh, I think I'm better than you in this, and so we're like always challenging each other. But that's like the best part because we wrestled in high school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know this skill, you know this skill. That's fucking.
And I have a little bit of other skills.
Yeah, man.
I always gotta come through with the evolution. No, it's so true though. But now I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's all a matter of how you are with it. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's all a matter of how you are with it. Like I had many people come and go in my life, but the people that remain consistent, Chris definitely being one of them, and like we had our shit, right? Like we had shit happen in the past, but like yo, we gone through it as brothers, yo, at the end, bro. And I
respect that, bro. Nah, for love.
Nah, it is, and it's so dope, bro. Cause like at the end of the day, like that's what, bro, we had for years, and it's cool, like, cause I knew him before I even knew you. But then at the same time, like, yo, both of you guys inspired me in so many different ways, and then also I've had other like inspirations in my life. I feel like that's the part that makes life dope. Yeah. You know, and I'm sure you guys have
the moments.
Those moments. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of fucking, like, this dude that you met out there. Like, you know, of course, like, maybe he's making his decisions and understanding, like, you know, like, this is the game and this is what it is. But I'm sure there's also something to value in that friendship and understanding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's also, like, just a cool thing. You know what I mean? Like, the people that you meet in life, it reflects back to me through a story. It's called The Egg by Andy Weir, and I'm not gonna read it again because I've read it so many times. But essentially, it represents that we literally are all one, just experiencing these different lives. Yeah. You know?
And that's it. We're all looking at the same picture from a different perspective, bro. And that's what everybody got to realize. It's just like, yo, like, we're all right in a sense. We're at a point where we realize that we live on such an abundant earth that we could give a space to everybody as long as you ain't hurting no fucking body.
Right.
And it's just it's wonderful to see the growth between my brothers, like to see you grow from where you grow from, and y'all grow with each other. Like, it's just evolution, and it makes me confident, you know what I mean, that when it's time for certain people to step up and do what they gotta do, it'll happen. Like, I'm not scared, bro. Like, I done been through real shit before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done grew up in New York in the 90s and just living in different fucking eras, like the last thing we talked about with just racism down south. Like, I done survived poverty. I done, you know, I made it out of where the fuck I came from. Ain't nothing I'ma see gonna be more fucking difficult than that. So this thing that's going on now, the real ones is in wait, bro. Like, the real ones is in wait. We just like, yo, when y'all ready to do what need to be done, we gonna do it. Like, we gonna be right there. Like, when it's lane, like, yo, when it's...
We already fucked up Target.
Right. Like, and that's just a baby step. You know what I mean? What really people need to get to is just the conscious mindset of just being able to stop and think. I've been saying for eons, like, people just need to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry for cursing, but like, people just need to just shut up, sit down, process, strategize, and think. And most people are scared of it, which is, those are the sleep people. We can't worry about them now. I've given up on people who ain't trying to get with the program. But I gotta, you select people like you and you now, like, who understand it, who get it, and we just like, when it's go time, we gonna do what we gotta do because we did it already.
See, you're already at that phase where I don't have to explain shit. He's already like, I don't feel like explaining shit. But I'm at that phase where it's like, I'm trying to help you wake up, you know? Wake up, you know? So it's like, and then there's people that you can't help because
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't what? Can't make him drink.
Right. Because I was gonna interject when you were saying, like, when you went to Cali. When I went to Cali, how everything slowed down for me was like, I was always at a pace. Like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. But Cali made it. It gave me 3 extra hours of light. It made me slow the fuck down, bro. Like, the air is very different, it's very thick. So now you really gotta take deep breaths. And really, like, bro, it took me 2 weeks. I was there for like half a year. It took me 2 weeks to get my sleep pattern right, my breathing right, like, just automatically.
It is like, your body does go through a bit of a shock, like, just dealing with the different weather, like different time. But like, for me, it was just
sunscreen.
Yo, bro.
Bro, you ever had a hot rain, nigga?
What?
I'm telling the world now.
Hot?
Listen, I'm gonna tell the world now.
Probably feels good though.
Wait. I'm gonna tell the world. I'm gonna tell the world now on the So Yeah podcast. Black people can get sunburned.
Of course.
I was, bro. Like, nah, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand.
People think you're excluded.
You don't understand. I went out there like, man, I'm melanated. I don't need no damn sunscreen. I don't like, I'm motherfucking black. Motherfucking from the earth.
You thought that you...
I thought that.
Okay.
Your boy went out to the beach like, man, like, I'm out here. No sunscreen. I'm black, melanated. Right.
But that just sounds so real, bro.
It was. I got home. I'm just like, damn, why my face feel like that? My arms, everything feel like it's stretched tight. Tight, my boy. I know. Your boy looked shiny. I was like, damn. Fucked up. Fucked up. Yo. Black people can get sunburned. But it took my body time to adjust out there, brother. Like, I had to, that shit was for real.
I'm just sorry. I'm like, you really thought you was like,
bro, you don't understand. We was taught. We from the motherland,
here, bro. Because
I'm from the motherland, bro.
I'm thinking, nah, I'm black, bro.
Motherfuckers is looking right, like motherfuckers from the motherland.
This shit can't touch me.
Facts. That shit said microscope.
Soon as you went inside, bro, my body said,
yeah, like nigga.
Oh, bro.
If you think about it, like, like being black, you absorb the sun more.
Yes, that's what
Because
it
it's
was
energy,
taught.
but
We
that's
so
what I was-
that's what I
thought.
Facts.
That's what I
Superman.
thought. No, but I was thinking.
Yeah, facts. Sizzler.
Simply, bro. Bro, you don't understand. The first month, bro, I was going through it, bro.
Yo.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't find a place to eat.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Like I was in Bakersfield, so
Right.
like it's either you go to the Spanish side or you
Okay.
go to the white side.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, that food is fucked. I mean, they do have good shit there, like
Did
Mexican.
you go to both
shit.
sides?
I did go to both sides, but I had to stay on one side.
I
The
lived,
Mexican kitchen?
I lived in Glendale, bro. Glendale is
Oh.
like Armenian city, bro.
Okay.
There was shops I walked into. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some people treated me super love. Like, I walked in there. It was one spot I would go to walk 2 blocks just to go to. And some people looked at it like they ain't even want my money, bro. Like, I'm like, damn. I'm like, I'm coming in here for patronage. You don't even want my bread, man.
There's like mafiosos too, like.
Not necessarily. It's just they got bread. They used to live in a certain way. They used to being around certain people, and I'm living in a YMCA, so they probably thought I was a degenerate. That's funny. I didn't tell you that, but I wound up living in a YMCA out there for the first couple of months, bro.
How was it?
Like diet jail.
Yeah, diet jail.
Diet jail, my boy.
So did you meet like what kind of people did you meet?
All kinds of people, man.
Okay.
You meet people from all kinds of points in society. I met a chess master.
You just left your shit there?
Yeah, I mean, you had your own room. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You lock it. You know, your own door. You just had to share the bathroom and share shower.
Diet jail.
Bro, sharing bathrooms with a bunch of old niggas down on their
Oh
luck.
nah.
Bro, I remember one time they had free tacos at the spot. I had to go downstairs to the front desk like, yo, don't y'all ever do that again, bro. Like, the bathroom look crazy.
Nah.
Bro. Yeah, bro. Like,
no.
like I ain't gonna lie. Like, taking a shit.
That's disgusting.
And then somebody coming in, walking in, sitting in the stall next to you. This an old nigga go, ugh.
Nah, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, bro.
And you
They
sitting
don't
there
know
minding
how
your
fuck.
business on your phone,
Like-
motherfucker sit next to you, crusty ass
This
toes.
must be a quick shit.
And he goes, not even,
Not
my
even,
boy,
right.
not
He's
even.
been
That
there for like
shit
30
don't
minutes.
fit in, bro. Not even.
Don't
That
be
shit.
like me. I would have been.
Nah, hell yeah, wrap that shit up. Wrap it up, nigga.
I was done 20 minutes ago.
Wrap it up.
I was
nigga,
just
like,
on the
nah,
phone.
I've already washed my hands.
Like, as soon as I hear the footprint steps, I'm like, nah, man, it's
I
over.
gotta go.
No. As soon as you hear the cane.
Yo, facts, bro. Like, nah, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Fuck this up.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Like, that shit was wicked, damn wicked.
Yo, bro, not
I'm
let's
not
try-
gonna lie. When I get old, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna be
Oh
fine.
yeah.
Motherfucker.
I can't imagine.
That-
First of all,
That's
your
wild.
locks is gonna be down to your fucking ass.
I'm gonna go crazy.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to be senile.
My
Like
man
when I get
every
old.
little show. Be rolling up, hey, young thing.
It's gonna be.
Bro, I just
You have
imagine
a
myself, long locks, straight robe, no
Well,
box, no
You gonna look like
none
an
of that.
Israelite. You gonna have the gray beard,
All of
gray
that.
dreads.
I'm gonna be a fucking wizard. Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
shit. Nigga said a wizard.
I'm gonna be a
Yo,
wizard
bro.
with locks.
I wanted to transition. I wanted to ask because I do this part in the podcast where I ask the individual, "Hey, can you give me a question that I can bring out to society?" And I go ask that question.
What's the one thing you have that no amount of money somebody could buy for you?
Ooh.
Yo. So what's the one thing that no amount of money someone can buy from you?
Easy, but I think compassion.
Compassion.
Yeah, it's that, I mean,
Yeah, no, it's not cheap.
talk, but
This is
I
compassion.
feel like, yeah, especially nowadays, that's something that more people need in the world.
Yeah.
That I would love to have more of that.
And nobody can buy that. It's true. That's just you have it or you don't.
Yeah, you just gotta do that yourself. So be
Hey.
more compassionate, everyone.
Hey, that's what's up. I love that.
What is that for you?
My music, man. Like not even my music, just my family. Like what I have in my household, and just like I would never sell that shit for nothing. Like my inner circle, my friends, my family. You know what I mean? People know who my family is when I say my family. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never.
I was gonna say that answer to my family.
Yeah, like I would never. Like there's no amount of money you could give me to sell somebody in my family in my inner circle.
Maybe. I'm kidding.
I said family. I ain't
So
saying
right.
Right, certain people, I'm like, bro, you get them for
Do you
cheap.
even count?
Cheap, you get certain people. You get them for cheap. For me, like take that motherfucker. Like
I'll give you $1 trillion. Who needs
trillion.
Chris, how about you, bro?
My question. Damn.
Call you off the guard.
Yeah, something. I want to talk like internal, more like for yourself. Like, what made you? What actually like? What is your drive? Like, what makes you get out of bed? Like, what makes you do this? Because you know, if you stop this, this will fuck you up.
When you say this, like,
Yeah, pretty much.
all right.
Yo, what is your drive and what makes you get out of bed every morning and do this life?
Be grateful for every opportunity that you come across. So without grace and opportunity, and you're grateful for it, you're not going to see opportunities come back. So you got to start with that first of all. You got to have a passion because you got to have that concentrated motivation for that goal you have, right? So with that, be grateful. You're going to get to really be excited about how they're going to conquer the day with that passion, with that purpose. And if it aligns with the gym, aligns, whatever it may be,
That makes you happy.
yeah, because at the end of the day, joy, nothing beats that.
Right.
Passion.
Yeah.
So that's really important.
That's what's up, man.
My black ass money. I gotta get the fuck up and go to work.
Nah, for real shit. I like lame shit, so.
I just want.
And then I gotta support my habits. I gotta buy weed and shit, so I got to.
I don't smoke weed. I am a Christian, God-loving man. As I smoke weed on the podcast.
Can you rewind, please?
Alright, she's
Do that.
We just slow thing. I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, so in
Yeah,
Cali.
right.
I'm going to go there. Exactly.
That was funny jokes.
I should also clip in like some of the moments that when you were first on the podcast because it was a completely different setup.
Come to the studio and I was like, hell yeah, I want to come to Bad Boy. And he walked me in there and funny story is so we sit down and I play him some beats in like 5 seconds and he was like, next one, like dogging me. Like I was like sitting there crumbling. And he played something that he had did or just something that was going on at the time. And I heard the gap in sound. I was like, oh shit, like, but it didn't frighten me. So that's what pushed me to like, okay, I know that this is where I need to get to. And I know it's going to take an insane amount of work, but I can do that shit. While I was interviewing, Wyclef walks in. Like, and I'd never seen like a quote unquote celebrity in my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I probably seen him like from afar or at a parade or something, but like Wyclef standing right over my shoulder while I'm filling out the application for this place.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I couldn't tell nobody because I was still going to school at that point. Who I'm working with now is I've worked with Fab, Benny the Butcher, Gigs, Rowdy. It's been a good amount of people, man.
Wow.
Tony Yayo, like I just been moving the best I can. I've been trying to capture that first plaque. I'm on year 10. I was at Bad Boy, but it closed by the time I started gaining real steam, and then I bounced around. But for the past 2 years, I just been, climbing the ladder bit by bit. Like we in the game like inches now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's right there. I just gotta like get that extra push to break through.
That's good. I like the brotherhood. I like actually meeting some of Axel's friends.
No.
So like I like meeting some of Axel's friends sometimes. So it's like I get to experience that part in life that he experienced, what he learned, what he endured in that moment. So that's kind of good that I'm meeting you because even before we started, like I already knew this guy's gonna be mad.
I told him before I got on the pod with him. I was like, yo, bro, like I knew it from the moment I met him because he was 19 and I was working for Bad Boy at the time and I was in all kinds of studios and all kinds of lit life and I'm like, every time I would bring this dude out with me, he would just have a flock of people around him. He chatting and I'm just like, bro, like it's supposed to be my little homie. And he running the whole shit.
Got an entourage.
He got the whole he got the whole shit. He got the whole shit. And I'm like, yo, nah, this is my man. And he would come to me because like I check out his music. He has grown so fucking much since I met him.
Thank you, bro.
Because when I met him, he was a poet. He would go to do poetry but he wanted to do music and he would just tap in with me with the music and he would just show me everything he did. And every time I saw it, it would just grow more and more. And he just like, I would tell him things like, you know, about just the dedication and like, yo, what it take to make this shit happen. Like I'm real with everybody, all of my homies, all of my little homies. I'm like, yo, look, like this shit ain't no joke, bro. Like you gotta really be at the door, like waiting for them to open that shit. If they dare crack that shit, put your foot in that.
Bro, you know I'm fucking ready though. Right, exactly. Yo, I'm like ready on some like, woo. If you any fucking moment, bro, like any fucking moment, bro.
Right, I've told all of my little homies to be at the door. Like I fucking dare you to open that shit. I dare you. Like I dare you to open that shit. Like you open that bitch a slither. You let a slip in here through that motherfucker. Bro. I put my motherfucking pinky in that bitch. Chop it off.
I'm here. Nah, I was fucking with him. That's kind of like around the time I met him too. Like he was doing poetry. I think I met him like earlier in a talent show.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Merciless too.
Hey,
Big Merciless.
Big Merciless.
Yeah,
you're a good guy. But I met him like I was doing poetry too. So like I met him like he was doing a devil sticks in the talent show in high school. Mm-hmm. I was like, nah, this dude's fucking fire. And then he joined the wrestling team, and then the rest is history, bro. Like. Show with this dude almost every day on the weekends. Seeing his mom, all of that.
Dude.
For real,
yeah, bro.
That's why his podcast is so great. Like he's such a good energy and a good light. He brings the best out of people, bro. Like it's just like people want to be vulnerable. They want to be honest because he's such he's so curious about who you are and what's going on with you. And
like he definitely puts energy to it.
A healthy amount of curiosity in people. You know what I mean? And it just always brings out the best in people. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, you my boy, man.
Bro, I be telling him like he's one of those people. Like I have friends that will call me, yo, you in school, yo, you at work. He's always telling me, yo, bro, come to the gym, yo, bro, let's do this, let's do that, let's make some music. And he's always on that drive, so I always respect it. I'm like, nah, I already know you're on your shit, bro.
Yeah,
I already know you're on your shit, bro. You no time to waste, and that's the type of energy.
And that's for everybody. Like, everybody got to get on that wave. Like, we got to create spaces for good people. You know what I mean? We got to create these environments where, like, people like you are in them, and we keep the weird shit out of the way, and we build on that. Because that's what's the most important thing. That's why I said, like, people like y'all now are so valuable right now. Just being genuine hearts, curious about people, one to be present, not NPCing and just trying to get words out. You know what I mean? Like, that shit weird, bro. I don't even understand, man.
It's because, like, I feel like you have to go through the pain, like what you were saying, right? To have a better understanding of certain things. I remember when I was younger, I would say so many things. And even now, sometimes I don't really, like, I think way more now before I say. So I definitely am maturing. But I do find that when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck.
That energy, baby. When you got that vitality, you outside, you your chest poking out. You like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Especially when you come from what we come from, because we got something to prove, bro.
Right. But that's how motherfuckers die.
Nah, I mean,
no, and not to say always the case, right? I always think about like, yo, there was this dude, right, when I was younger, JP. Always remember him. Charismatic dude. Was able to talk to anybody, but always ready to fight anybody for like the littlest shit. Yo, dude got into a fight with a wrong motherfucker, yo, and like died. Like fucking got hit in the temple type shit and just like never woke up.
You want to know what's crazy about that shit, bro? Yeah. Motherfuckers was never meant to live like that. We not meant to see fucking a kid get punched in the fucking head and die and then go on like that shit never fucking happened. That's when I realized living in Cali, like some motherfuckers live the most unconscious lives out there, like big little kids. Right. Like there's some people, like I went to some place called Oceanside, and there's a bunch of rich retired people, like the way they walk, it looks like a fucking Disney movie, bro. Like they're just so happy and carefree, like they're floating almost. Not a care in the fucking world. And you realize, like, damn, we was always meant to live in an environment where we didn't have to fight for our lives or worry about death and survival and shit like that. Like I realized, I'm like, damn, like I really had PTSD at a certain point. Like
Right.
Like I'm checking, I'm seeing the exits, how many exits I got in the place when I go in there. Like I'm reading people's energy. I'm posted up and shit, and then eventually, like I just let it go, bro, because it's like
don't let it go.
No, you have to.
Nah,
you have to.
Not right now.
Not me. I'm gonna tell you something.
You in Cali? This is New York.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter where I'm at. The thing is, I'm good. I'm good everywhere I go.
No, of course. And you give that energy off.
And one of the things about me is like I ain't on no shit, bro. And the thing is, and not just being like bragging or nothing, but like if it gotta get there,
of course.
I can get there because I live that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain people that come from like certain environments and they learn certain shit. Right. You learn and you learn how to survive anything. That's why when I moved out to Cali, I was able to make it because the shit that not even that the shit that I survived is nothing compared to hard work. It's nothing compared to nothing compared to hard work. Like I done seen people killed. I done lived in environments where like you gotta fucking I'm 13, 14 years old, like making my own money so I can eat.
Right.
Just so I can eat, bro. At 14 years old. At 14 years old, kids out in the world, certain places, they parents paying for this shit. Absolutely. They go home, they got their bed to sleep in, my nigga. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Like I went from 14 to like maybe almost 30 something before I slept in my own bed in my own place, bro. And that's just and that's just how I live. And the thing is, what that shit showed me was like at the end of the day, like, was it horrible at the time? Yeah, but now I'm at a point where like, nigga, like nothing can't stop me now. Like I done fucking seen it all, nigga. I done like that, and people don't realize that everybody want to fucking monotonize life and put it in a box and control it. Like I lived, like this is it. I danced on rooftops and I slept under bridges, bro. Like I done been fucking the richest of the. Like I said, I met with a dude who worked with billionaires. I've been around the Buffetts, you know what I'm saying? And I've also almost been homeless. But the thing is, that's what I try. That's what I've realized at my age now. I'm like, yo, it's just life. Life it's all encompassing. You just here to live that shit to the max and be like, yo, let me eat all of this shit up and do as much as I fucking can, and it's all gonna work out. And then that's why I say I'm good everywhere. Like I know how to read the energy, and I know, of course, and I know that my path that I've been on is the one that's going like, yo, like what? Who gonna pull up on me? And then the thing is, I got a kid. Like you pull up on me, I'm like, I gotta get home, baby.
I gotta get home.
I gotta get home, baby. Like. What we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if I got to get there, but the thing is, the shit that I've been through, if I got to get there, it's gonna happen. And I have to wish that on myself and speak that out there. But I'm on such a peaceful time, and like I don't got no skin in no game to prove nothing to nobody. Right. You the toughest motherfucker if you want to be the toughest motherfucker. Right. You the smartest motherfucker if you want to be the smartest motherfucker. Be that. You got it. I'm just trying to get home, baby. Like it's simple. You know what I'm saying? Like it's facts, bro.
You do know it, bro. You do know it, bro.
Because honestly, I can relate on that too. Because before I moved in with him, I was going through like crazy shit. I was homeless for like 2 months. So like I'm going couch to couch. Yeah. I slept on the train before. So it's like I know when you hit rock bottom. So like when I did have like I had a car and shit like that. I had food one day. Went to a gas station. Do actually for some money. I'm like, bro, I only have a card, but I got jerk chicken, some rice and peas, and some food here for you, bro. And I got a drink. Yeah. I can order some food. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the end of the day, it's like I already know where you're coming from.
It's called, and you know what the wonderful thing that you're talking about, and the big thing that the message to get out there is community, bro. Yeah. I wouldn't have survived the times that I had out in LA that got real when I was broke without my community, without the people that love me and put arms around me, people that will reach down and pull me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what friends are supposed to do, not this Instagram shit when we go out and we take pictures when shit get real and it's the fourth quarter and you need a bucket.
You already know who the fuck is around.
Exactly.
I already know.
My people know that about me. Fourth quarter, you ain't got to question where I'm at. You know where I'm at in the trenches. And the people who I call my family, I know exactly where they're going to be at and what the fuck they're going to be doing when shit get real. That's why I said real ones is waiting, bro. Like,
we not. Real one right here.
Facts. It's real network, bro. It's real network, bro. Like, I'm not bullshitting you, bro. Like, shit, when, like, real motherfuckers know. We know when it's to go time and when it's not, and what it looks like when you step out too early.
Right.
When you the first one out and you out in front and you too early, they let you go, bro. They let you embarrass yourself. And you could be doing it for them. My man did the ninja.
I don't know if I caught it.
I don't know.
It looked like you did. My man needed to replay. My man said, whoosh. But yeah, I mean, it's like that, bro. It's like that. And it's wonderful to know people. And like I see it, bro. Like I got young ones that when they get in the game, it's gonna be ridiculous, bro. Like, and I got people like you who I know who already built it. I'm like, yo, it's literally gonna be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like my man is already on it. He like once he hit our 10,000, it's gonna be boom. And then you gonna play this back one day and be like, yo, I remember, because I know, bro. I know the work. The work never fucking fails. That's what people always. That's what the separation is from people now. Like they don't realize that, like, yo, like you setting yourself back, you getting fucking left behind because you on the bullshit. And it don't look like it now because you could huddle with other weirdos and they gonna validate your bullshit. But I'm over here putting in this work. It ain't gonna be no instant gratification to it. But like you said, when the shit burned down and it's a clean slate, you either gonna be underneath the shit or on top of it.
Fuck with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck with that.
Like, it's some real shit going on out here, bro. And at the end of the day, like, real ones, like I tell everybody, like it's gonna be a certain point in your life where you called on who you are. You're gonna be like all that shit you say you are, the kind of person you say you are. That shit gonna be called on in front of people.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My man right here is genuine.
For real.
My man said, look, I'm gonna tell you something about Axel. His shit travel. My man go on the road and put up points, all right? He said, put him on any podcast, put him on any front. This man is a genuine item, bro, and that's the thing about it. That's why I know with you. All you need is the right place to be, and in the right time. People gonna know what you about, man. And they already do, bro.
Yeah, they be watching, bro.
They do. I watch. That shit be lit, bro.
I appreciate it too, bro. OD, man. Look, in life, I realize and I value the people, man. And this is what this podcast is about. It's about community. It's about different people, different walks of life. Absolutely. And valuing and understanding that. You know, it's seeing the value in the person. There's something that they got to say.
Yeah, everybody got something
to say. Yeah, and it's also gets to a point where it's like, all right, people say that they're open, but they're not really open because they're not really like wanting to listen to everybody, really. You know, they'll listen to certain people that will validate and help their point of view, but not really like everybody.
Yes, man.
That's what I told you. They content. Those are the people that are gonna be left behind. Because what did I just say about 15 minutes ago? Everybody gonna be called to be who you say you are at a certain point. It's too much real shit going on right now for anybody to be fucking fraudulent. And that's why people are panicking and talking like to themselves, trying to figure out why people are acting fucking weird. Because it's like, yo, like, it's so real out here. Why are you on that? You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get to a point where, like, all the shit we put out, me being BEL-AIRE, you being Axel, you being Chris, we gonna be called to honor who we say we are. And
the character will show.
Look, it's happening everywhere. This is the age of truth, baby. Right. It's happening everywhere. Everybody bullshit is spilling.
Cat Williams said it the best, man. It will come to light. It will come to light, bro.
All right. Yo, I asked you this before, but it's always good to ask.
What's up?
If you can tell yourself if you can tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
It's gonna be some cool shit, bro. It's gonna be some cool shit. You gonna get everything you wanted. Yeah,
dope.
Yeah, man. You gonna get everything you fucking wanted. That's good.
That's dope.
You gonna get everything you wanted. Just hang on. That's
Just
it.
Hang on.
Just hang on, bro. Just hang on.
Nice.
I'm a testimony, Axel. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Like I'm what happens when you stick by God and you do what you gotta do. It's always gonna work out. People gonna wrong you. People gonna hurt you. People gonna trespass. But at the end of the day, there's a scripture that says God will prepare a table at the feet of your enemies, my nigga. And you gotta really just understand, like, your time is gonna come. Your time gonna come. Your time gonna come, and it's just about being ready for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my time, like, it ain't even come yet, and I'm just like, oh man, like, I've lived such a great life. I've met so many great people, great human beings like you who loves great human beings. We just creating these universes of wonderful human beings who are out there just waiting to come together and do wonderful shit. Like, we have a history doing fucked up shit, like you said, but we also have a history doing great things when human beings fucking come together and obviously have a common goal and stick to the program.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm blessed, man. Like that's the one thing. That's the one thing I could tell you, man. Like, if you stick to it, you keep your character good. You take like, cause I try to say express. I'm sorry, cause I wanted to tell you all of this, bro. Like, everything is a step in the process, bro. And God sees you when you in your step in the process. You ain't gonna get that instant gratification when somebody fuck you over. But if you look at God and say, I still rock with you after they fucked me over, I'm just mad. And he gonna be like, he gonna be like, I bet I'm cooking up something for you right now. I got the re-up, right? I got the re-up that's coming back right now. Just give me a little bit. Let me work on it. But when it's time, it's gonna come. And that's what happened with me. Yeah, because people love me. I get a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? I got people like, you love me, like
always,
I get
bro.
a lot
Always,
of love, bro.
Always.
But I also got people who trespass because they jealous of that love and they want to feel that love, but they ain't put in the work to touch people. And at the end of the day, it comes down to like, yo, like, even when people get close enough to do me wrong and break my heart, I know God gonna put something right there to be like, yo, that ain't what you want, but this shit fire right here, bro. Like, and you be like, all right, yeah, cool, I'm gonna rock with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's all depends on what you look at, bro. Like, I look at my blessings, my nigga. Like, at the end of the day, I look at my blessings.
Bro, I got this part on the podcast, and I love that, bro. Thank you, bro. For real. You already know. I got this part on the podcast now that I have the individual. You can put. You might as well. You're right there.
Yeah. Let's do this. I got one. There you go.
Hey.
BEL-AIRE, baby.
That's fine. Chris.
Oh shit! Did I sign? I don't think I signed.
I don't think you signed.
Damn.
Yeah.
He said he got to sign the baby.
No way I didn't sign.
You can sign it again. If you did, I don't think you did, bro.
I don't think I did. Alright. I got a good spot. Good spot.
I put it on the shoulder.
Alright.
Right on the shoulder. There you
Somebody's
go.
already here, but fuck it.
You could put the scarf a little higher. Boom. Easy.
Legendary.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro. It's a pleasure, bro. It's a fucking pleasure. Yo, Chris, do you want to say anything to your younger self?
Oh, man. Trust in your gut, bro. Trust in your gut, bro. Don't listen to anybody else but yourself. And then, keep your head up high. Definitely. I tell you now, my younger self didn't have that drive that I have now. My, I guess my character, how I keep myself. Because obviously I go through this, I went through my journey, still going through my journey. But obviously I built this character for myself to, obviously from my obstacles and what I've endured, I want my younger self to know, like, yo, keep your head up high. Right? Just keep your head up high, bro. That's
shit real, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Look,
it get real, bro.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yo, I survived it. Like, look, man. What men don't realize is certain people that like had to dry their own tears, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of them. Like, where I cried myself. I cried so much, and then at a certain point, I had to dry myself. You know what I'm saying? And when you have to do that, it turns you into a certain kind of person where you got to move a certain way. You know what I mean?
Maneuvering different.
Right. It's like if you learn that shit young, it hurt, but then you wind up being that strong person for other people. Like, I've been committed, bro. Like, I'm committed to being a love warrior, man. I'm going to stand in for my people. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to be in front of whatever the fuck they need as long as I can stand and do it.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever they do to me, I still love you. I don't give a fuck because God loved me. God so graciously, as flawed as I am. And
I'm glad because, like, I love, like, talking to, like, people that's already experienced and older and listening to that journey they've been, because trust me, I still hold resentment, and I'm learning, and I'm hoping I get there where it's like I gotta come to you with open arms.
Everything everything is knowledge, bro. The more you know about a situation, the more you understand it.
Yeah.
No, I understand it.
No, look, but it's more about it's more about like no. It time is a funky thing, bro. Time changes everything.
Say that again.
Only thing constant is change, bro.
Mhm.
Like the time changes everything. You don't
So
know
true.
what tomorrow is gonna bring. That's why I said
Absolutely.
it's a wave. You either gonna crash into it, you gonna ride it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it changes so dynamically, and sometimes the waves is 4 feet, and sometimes they 60 feet, bro.
Right.
And you gotta adjust accordingly, because sometimes a 4-foot wave could fucking take you out if you're not riding it right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things. Like you right where you need to be doing what you need to be doing at the time you need to be doing.
Exactly.
That's why I said I don't know what free will is, because like I'm controlling the train, but the destination is the same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like so it's just one of them things where like you gonna get there. Like I could give you the shortcut. Like I could just tell you, like, yeah, man, like the law is desire. Like,
Yeah, give me that book.
How much? Yeah, like for real. Like I can tell you, bro. I can tell you read the 48. You good? I can tell you read the 48 laws. I can tell you study Eastern philosophy that tells you detachment. But at the end of the day, what it just boils down to is like, yo, like, what do you want your fucking human experience to be? As a whole.
It's true, man.
As a fucking whole, like,
bro. I want to learn so much.
But you have to be specific.
Right.
You have to be
For what
specific.
kind of knowledge?
You can't just say, "Oh, I just want to learn." You have to be like, "I want to live a life where I loved everybody around me.
Right.
I did what I wanted to do, as far as if I wanted to do music, if I wanted to be heard. I got me the family I wanted to get, and I experienced. I tasted the flavors I wanted to take. You gotta look at your life like that. Like when I'm done with this shit. If I can be done with it? Can I be done with it? Okay. I'm good. Like we solid.
You're satisfied.
Because actually, no, I came here for a funeral, bro. And honestly, that woman lived her life to the fullest. A packed house, and a life full of serving God, bro, and serving people.
My condolences, bro.
No, thank you, man. And it's not a sad thing. She did enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like you gotta. Life, bro. That's what people are forgetting. They just living life in this monotonous fashion, trying to look a certain way, trying to get on, and they're not realizing like, yo, like we are in a construct right now of living and learning and supposed to be growing and loving the potential we have as human beings right now to be knowledgeable, to love, and to grow. And the fact that we don't use it because money. We let money tell us what we worth, what we can do.
I love it.
What we
I'm kidding.
Bro, like imagine if
that's
like, that's a perfect world, but it's just it's stupid shit like that that just doesn't make no
distracts.
But like I said, I'll wrap it up with this. The biggest thing is there are people like me and you, and there are children being born in this, where we can teach them, and they're eager to learn, and they're full of like light and love, and we went through these hardships, and we can actually teach them now how to navigate this shit without going the hard route. Like some of us, we don't have father figures, right? But some guy in our life gave us maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes at a time, and we remembered that shit. That shit was seared in our brain, and we were so thankful for it. Imagine somebody like you around, who's genuinely curious, cares about this kid who's coming around, and he's like, yo, actually, man, like, I'm thinking about doing a podcast. Like, you got me? Like, oh, shit. We gonna be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can put you on. Got you right now.
And it's just that, bro. Like, we got to get around to doing that.
Yeah, man. The thing is that it's the fear that blocks people's passageways to those opportunities or to those open doors. It's fear, right? It's always fear, because the fear of the unknown, or the fear of trusting thyself in that actual situation. So people are gonna go through their own dynamics, and it happens for a reason, right? Things are set in a certain way. The ocean, right? Like, but like some of us are just different creatures in the ocean, you know, like. But yo, what can you leave with the people? Like, can you look at the camera right now, and can you, like, what can you leave with the people? Because I want to get to this music too, bro.
Yeah, I got
like,
you.
What can you leave with the people in terms of self and exploration?
Self and exploration. Self exploration. Out is in, man. Like, the further in you go, the further out you go. We are all just synthesized versions of the universe. I'm the you version of you. You are the you version of me. And once we understand that at a basic function, we are smart enough to give each other enough, to love each other enough, we'll get past the point at which we are. Fucking free Palestine. Straight the fuck up. And to people lying in wait, like, just be prepared to love people, man. Be prepared to be a community again. Be prepared to give what you have to help your brother, to help your sister, to help your friends. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared to hold your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared to uplift. Be prepared to have sacred spaces again where shit don't have to be weird. You know what I mean? Get yourself right. Get yourself in a place where when the time comes and things get back on the rails, that you're not behind the curve. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got to say. That's real.
Thank you, bro.
All right, bro.
And yo, where can the people find you, bro?
BEL-AIRE, at BEL-AIRE, not the liquor, but the God. The goat.
You heard?
Chivo.
Chris, where can they find you?
Chris James CVP. You already know.
So yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah.
I can't trust no switching roadie, I be on my grown thing. Keep on moving, time be skipping, phone and going home. Same process, trust the progress, I be knowing where it's home. Man, free me, feel me, see